Now, if you've ever dreamed about going, on a luxurious train ride through a magical location, you should take a look at these. The Palace on Wheels in India. It sets off from Delhi and stops in the Rajasthani cities of Jaipur, Udaipur, Jodhpur, Agra, and more, with even an early morning tiger safari along the way, which sounds pretty cool if you ask me. Now, you also visit impressive forts such as the Amber Fort before you visit the Taj Mahal at the climax of the journey. So if you're convinced about this trip, set aside some cash, because 7 nights in the Super Deluxe Suite will cost you $13,860 for 2 people. The Venice Simplon-Orient-Express. On this trip, you will set off from Paris and over a 10-day journey, enjoy stops at Budapest, Sinaia, Bucharest, Romania, Bulgaria, before reaching Istanbul. During this time, the train is the main feature, as you will spend the days being pampered with superior food, plenty of champagne, and just amazing views from your window. Now, you can also experience the luxury of the Orient Express on shorter trips, such as, for example, from Paris to Venice. Now, a 4-night journey for 2 from Paris to Venice will set you back $31,000 in the best suite, also for 2 people. Number 3, the Golden Eagle in Russia. Now, hardcore travelers will say you haven't really experienced real train travel if you haven't done the Trans-Siberian Express, which is intimidating because it literally spans a whopping 8 time zones. Now, the Golden Eagle is a luxury version of the Trans-Siberian, featuring ensuite bathrooms, aircon in the summer, full heat in the winter, laundry service, TVs, a pianist, and an English-speaking doctor. I mean, what else do you need? The 2-week passage feels more like a cruise than a train ride, and has stops for daily excursions along the way. Now, to help passengers getting used to the luxury, which must be difficult, 5-star accommodations in Moscow and Vladivostok are provided. Price is $16,000 for silver class per person for the full 15-day journey. The southern western island of Kyushu is known for, its beautiful volcanic landscape dotted with national parks and hot springs, and the 7 Stars train travels exactly through this landscape. Now, the train is Japan's most luxurious train, which I think says a lot because Japan, is known for its crazy trains. It only features 7 carriages that holds just 30 people in 14 suites, so not a lot of people. Now, the 7 Stars offers 2 itineraries, a 2-day option, which just stays around Fukuoka, or a 4-day journey that does a loop in the southern Japan island. Both are hugely in demand, so the company selects the applicants by lottery. And prices include everything, accommodation, transport, sightseeing, food, drinks. Price starts from $5,400 per person for the full 4-day journey. But you know what's free? A smile and a click on that subscribe button. Number 5, El Transcantabrico Gran Lujo, which is in Spain. And did I say that right? Now, this luxurious train trip offers you the chance to take 2 great journeys in one. You can walk the Camino de Santiago in northern Spain. Back in the day, this was like a pilgrimage route people used to walk. And then as a reward, when you come back, you can take the luxury train back the same way, taking your time, sitting back and enjoying the scenery without any of the hardship you've endured. The journey is an 8-day, 7-night extravaganza connecting the foodie cities of San Sebastian with Santiago de Compostela, allowing you to take in numerous stops, including Bilbao along the way. Around $6,000 per person for the Grand Luxury Suite for the whole journey. Next is the Blue Train and the Rovos Rail, which are both in South Africa. Between Pretoria and Cape Town, you're really torn between these 2 great choices, 2 luxury trains traveling down the exact same route. And both are truly opulent. I mean, rich wood panel decor, butler service, fine dining, and luxurious cabins. And many butlers have worked on the train for years and are on call 24/7 for a drink, snack, or I don't know, you ask them to iron your shirt, I don't know. The only difference between the 2 is that the Rovos Rail takes a day longer to reach Cape Town, which makes it a bit more expensive. Now, the list of past passengers sounds quite impressive. Nelson Mandela, Quincy Jones, Paul Simon, Mia Farrow, Margaret Thatcher, and Kylie Minogue. And starting from $2,500 per person for the luxury cabin in the Blue Train, for 2 nights you can enjoy this extravaganza. Now, the Ghan in Australia is our next train, and the Ghan is a 3-night, 3,000 kilometers tour from Darwin to Adelaide. Even though it's not as luxurious as some of the trains we mentioned before here, it makes up for it with the scenery and the fact that you literally are crossing an entire country and continent. For about $2,600 per person, you can enjoy this cool and crazy train ride. Next is the Belmontean Explorer in Peru, and this is one of the highest train journeys in the world and one of the most elegant. Now, with only 48 passengers maximum on the train, you have a lot of space. And there are 4 different routes you can choose from, all lasting between 1 or 2 nights, making this still a treat, but maybe a more manageable one than maybe, a full week or more. And on board, you will dine in style, drink champagne in the piano bar car, and even have access to a spa carriage while enjoying the marvelous views of Peru and the Andes. What a life! And you can have that for around $2,700 per person for 2 nights. The next train is the Rocky Mountaineer, and there are several routes you can take with this train, but the classic one is from Banff to Vancouver. And even though most tourists prefer the summer season, I think the best is September to mid-October, because it's just the most romantic time, when the leaves turn to this mix of red, orange and yellow, and fresh snow accumulates on the top of the mountains. Really beautiful. And if you want to ramp up the romance, couples traveling together can even rotate their seats to face each other during the journey or away. This costs around $1,300 per person for 3 nights. The Bellman Royal Scotsman, which travels along the Scottish Highlands. And a journey on this train is a unique way to see the magnificent Scottish countryside in a Downton Abbey kind of style. Would you like some more tea, please? Also, as a bonus, it has a bar stocked with more than 50 kinds of whiskies, and there's an onboard spa, so you can book a massage, manicure, a facial. That sounds weird. Is that? Starting price is around $4,500 per person for 2 nights. And last, the Maharajas Express, also in India, so we end how we started it. And this is often called the Orient Express of the Orient. Now, the decor attempts to emulate the golden days, when the Maharajas traveled with great pomp. Prices for the 6-night journey in the junior suite are $10,000 for the full cabin, so that would be for 2 people. What do you think? Which one did you like the most? And if you want to see more comparisons, check out our video about, for example, the most expensive countries in the world. The first 2 are really crazy expensive.